When it comes to discrimination on college campuses, most schools list categories such as race, religion, sex, and in the last few years, gender identity. And they talk about it a lot. Clearly, a student shouldn't be barred from activities or discriminated against based on any of those factors. But a new category has been added to the list at some of our nation's top schools. Add Ivy League Brown University to the list of schools that now prohibits discrimination on the basis of caste. Yes, castes. I will explain in a moment. But California State University, UC Davis, Colby College, Brandeis University have all adopted similar measures, and Harvard added caste protections against student workers last year. According to Brown's vice president for institutional equity and diversity, quote, the previous policy would have protected people experiencing caste discrimination, but we felt it was important to lift this up and explicitly express a position on caste equity. If you are confused at this point about exactly what that means, join the club. The caste system is a social hierarchy in India that would historically assign people to groups based on occupation and moral obligation. The higher you are in the caste, the better jobs you're eligible for, and so on. It basically became a societal ranking system in which one wouldn't even marry outside of their caste. Caste-based discrimination has been outlawed in India and some other South Asian countries. Okay. But was it really an issue at Brown University and UC Davis? Or was this just the result of some woke students looking for the new outrage of the day? Apparently, a group of Brown University students worked with administrators to bring protections for caste, which they said, quote, legitimizes caste-oppressed experiences and provides a framework for reporting incidents. Joining us now is Ilya Shapiro, Senior Fellow and Director of Constitutional Studies at the Manhattan Institute. Thanks very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. It has been a while since I have been a college student, so maybe I am out of touch from what is going on there with regard to caste discrimination. But is this a real thing that wasn't protected, that they needed to identify as a new category?
In a word, no, Dan. I mean, I keep my ear pretty close to the ground in terms of what's going on in colleges and law schools. I went to an Ivy League school myself. I'm, aware of trends, and no, there has not been a spate of caste discriminatory events. The first time I heard about this Brown thing or caste discrimination policies in general was when your producer asked me to go on to talk about it. So this is clearly just an example of virtue signaling. And that DEI official at Brown said herself that the previous policy was already protecting against this kind of discrimination. So this is clearly just a power grab by these educational bureaucrats, an attempt to virtue signal by both students and officials.
I mean, I have to admit, and maybe I'm parading my ignorance, I don't even completely understand what it means in the context of a college campus. Like, how does one discriminate on a college campus based on caste?
I imagine, I'm just, brainstorming here, that you would have students, a critical mass of students from India or the subcontinent where they have these castes that would bully a student from a lower caste or something like that. And again,
it would have to be, but it would have to be students from the same country, who are of a higher caste.
I don't know. This doesn't happen. This hasn't been happening on campus. So I suppose if you're not Indian, you could also find out somebody's caste and start bullying them because of that caste. But again, this is a solution in search of a problem, and a solution that's already, as I said, covered, as the DEI official at Brown said, already covered by the anti-discrimination policy before. So this is just they're chasing dragons to kill when the problem is already solved.
All right, I wanted to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. Ilya Shapiro, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.